Hello, welcome to Geek Philosophy. Got my boy Clay here.
Hey.
Don's here. And we're going to talk about the biggest week in comic book history.
Yeah, probably.
Comi-Con. San Diego Comic-Con is normally legendary, and it did not let us down this year either. So we're going to talk about some of the highlights that we thought was big. We do have a DC video and a Marvel video where we talk about those two separately. And this video, we're just going to talk about the rest of the stuff that might not fall into those categories. So, just talking about some of the biggest highlights. Let's go ahead and start. Let's start with that big one.
Right. So the one that I was looking forward to this whole week dropped on Friday evening, and that's the trailer for Glass. So you're talking about the sequel to 2 years ago with Split, which was the surprise sequel to Unbreakable, M. Night Shyamalan's second movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. So this trailer, I was not sure. I didn't know what I would think when I heard early on that this was taking place in kind of an insane asylum. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure how that was going to translate because I wanted that action. I wanted to see these characters all go, and it seems like we're going to get. It looks
like you're still going to get the action. You're going to get all sides that you need. You're going to get the psychological, the philosophical. You're going to get the action. This might be M. Night's best work.
And yeah, I think it's easily one of the films I'm looking forward to most next year. I think we're getting it in January.
Yeah.
And which I think would be 2 years separated from when Split came out. So it starts off with, you see Bruce Willis's David Dunn from Unbreakable. You have the
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, we have Mr. Glass, Samuel Jackson's character.
Mr.
Yeah, and then we
last name Glass.
That's right. And then we have James McAvoy's The Beast. All the different 20-some different personalities.
Yeah, I think he has some more personality since the last movie because it's supposed to be like 22 or 27.
Well, I think they mentioned, I think it's 22 in the previous film. We only saw maybe a half a dozen
7.
or so. In the movie Split. But this is something I'm really looking forward to.
In the trailer, you do see some other personalities you've never seen before.
Right.
You do get a couple glimpses of that.
We have someone who's speaking Spanish. We have several other characters.
Is that offensive at all?
Well, no, because this is going from a mental health standpoint.
Can your personalities be racist?
But this movie though, it seems like it's going to have it all. It's got they have basically all three of them. It seems at the beginning of the movie are locked up in an insane asylum because of what's perceived to be their psychotic disorders. One thinks that he's a super genius who's breakable in every way. Then you have another character who is quite literally unbreakable, thinks he's a superhero. And then we have one character who has all these different personalities, who they know that this person has all these different personalities, but the question is this person thinks there's something more than just a human being. Yeah. And spoiler alert, they all are. Like, that each one of those people is exactly what they think they are.
In the trailer, you get to see some more feats. Like, you got to see feats we didn't see in the other movies.
Yeah.
You get to see a little bit more of James, the Beast, outside.
Right. Yeah, like James McAvoy running like an actual beast on all fours.
You get to see Bruce Willis' character using some super strength.
Yeah.
You get to see, Mr. Glass being conniving and doing a villain team up and so forth.
Right. And I want to point out, too, because I'm a sucker for continuity. I like it when they bring people back. They even got the kid, I forget his name, but the actor who played Bruce Willis' son in Unbreakable back in 2000, 2001. Mm-hmm. He came out, I don't know if he's done much of anything acting-wise, or if he has, it's been kind of low-key, but they brought him back to play the same son in these movies. You kind of see, I guess, the back of him. It looks like he's standing in Mr. Glass's comic book shop from the original movie, and you even see the actress who plays Samuel L. Jackson's mother in Unbreakable. She came back. So it looks like they're really pulling all these characters back through. So I can't wait.
My only fear, and I'm just going to be flat out honest, is M. Night Shyamalan. And because he likes to do a twist at every movie.
He's gotten better about it because really Split, that was not a twist.
It was a good twist that wasn't expected, but I'm still afraid he's gonna put a twist in here that's gonna negate all this. That's my only fear.
Yeah, I mean,
other than that, I'm in it.
Yeah, there's always a chance that something like that could happen, but I think that he understands that enough of his career is riding on this movie to where it better be good.
Honestly, his whole career can be done. As far as like, he never have to worry about people questioning if he can do a movie or not.
Yeah,
they'll just be like, oh, he did that.
Right.
He did a Avengers style movie that rivaled Marvel's Avengers.
Right. But did it in a kind of realistic setting without some massive budget.
And also all these disorders in the thing are real. These aren't made up disorders.
Right. They're just it's
just a little tweaking on the psychological side.
Hyperbole of I guess what is actually happening in real life. Everything's taken to the extreme, but these things, occur in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't wait to see how all of that goes.
I'm definitely in. I think that was one of the best trailers out of Comi-Con.
And hey, look at it this way. That is a superhero movie, essentially, that's going to fill that gap between now and Captain Marvel.
And you know what? The timing of the movie is perfect.
Yeah.
There's no real competition right in January.
Right. You have Aquaman will be in...
Aquaman will be third, fourth week. I think he'll be in his, fifth week by then.
Yeah.
Which is fine. He's already...
When is Shazam?
Shazam is April, I want to say.
Okay, so that'll be right around in between Glass and Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I think it's in between Glass.
That's right, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel's early. I think she's March.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. February or March.
February or March. I think she's early, and then it's what you get while you wait for Avengers until Avengers 4 says, "Nah, we're moving in April."
Like they did with Infinity War. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So then you've got some great news on the
my
anime
otakus.
side.
My otakus, we have mixed feelings of this Dragon Ball movie. We have very mixed feelings, but this trailer got rid of some doubts. So they released a dub version of the trailer for Dragon Ball Super movie Broly, and Toriyama has made Broly canon, and it looks like he's done Broly better than the Brolys of the past. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like they're bringing the whole gang back. He's going to fight Vegeta. He's going to fight Frieza. He's going to fight Goku. He's going to destroy everybody. Because honestly, if you look at the trailer, he's fighting people while they all super powered up, and he's still in base form. Like I haven't even showed you this isn't my final form yet. So the trailer did get me a little excited. I still have my feelings that this is just a cash grab. Like, why are we bringing back a character you've already used and now trying to make him canon? I don't understand it fully, but same time, it looks good. And the animation style, new animation director, looks like he's doing a pretty good job. So I'm gonna be there for that. But anime movies, when it comes to anime show movies, especially Dragon Ball, I have my mixed feelings on because they're so short. Yeah. They're literally about hour 10 minutes. And I hate paying that kind of money to go to a theater. And if I go to a theater, I gotta get my popcorn, gotta get my drink. By myself, I just paid $50 for ticket, drinks, food, and I'm only gonna be there for an hour 10 minutes.
So you're definitely going to be seeing this one?
I'm still going to see it, yes.
Okay.
I hope my wife doesn't watch this video and realize how much I'm going to spend on this, but yes.
Well, let us know, too, in the comments, or, hit us up on social media. Let me know, or let us know what you think. Are you going to be definitely going to the theater to see something like the Dragon Ball movie?
Now, let's get into the ones that we really didn't get trailers on, but we got good panels on.
Yeah.
Bumblebee panel was at Comi-Con. And some of the footage they shown really gave it an ET feel. Looks like this might be a winner. This might redeem the Transformer movies.
I hope so. It's like that's a whole franchise that I want to see do well. But man, the past couple of movies, I would go so far as to say every movie after the first one has been a different level of awfulness. It's. Either they're.
But here's the problem. All right, they've been they've been borderline disgraceful, and they make gajillions of dollars.
Right. And
and I'm looking at you, China, because you're the one that's really that keeps pushing this.
Yeah. I don't need a 3-hour-long Michael Bay movie. Just give me something with a story to it. With
it's a Michael Bay movie. You can't do stories.
I guess you can't. I mean, we could do a whole hour-long video on that. But yeah, I think so far, so we do have a trailer for Bumblebee.
Yes, we have one trailer.
A month ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. I thought it looked promising.
It looked good, looked promising. The clips from people are saying looks very good. And then the cast, you can't ask for a more supportive cast than John Cena, who goes to Comi-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, dressed up as Bumblebee, cosplaying as Bumblebee. That's commitment.
Yeah.
That tells me he's in it.
Yeah.
He's in it for the long haul. So, and I've said it before, I think John Cena is the next Rock. He keeps going this way.
I could see that.
So.
Yeah, and what you have, Haley Steinfeld. For those of you, she's been in a bunch of other movies recently, and she has her own pop career and stuff too. But I know her best from True Grit, from years back. I think that was her first role. She's a phenomenal actress in that.
In fact, I think she's even in that Spider-Verse movie too.
Yeah, she plays Gwen Stacy, I think.
So she's making her money out there, and she has the talent. So, and she's going to be really the main one.
Yeah.
And then we did get confirmation about some of the Decepticons. They are going to be triple formers. So triple formers means they can transform from car to robot to plane.
Right. And this is also
I think Angela Bassett's won the voice too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is surprising. I didn't.
Shatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
one that you think is Starscream, we have gotten confirmed. It's Blitzwing. It's not Starscream.
Yeah.
It is going to be Blitzwing.
And this is, I don't think we've mentioned it so far, but this is set in the 80s.
Yes.
And we are getting a proper Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee. So that's that nostalgia throwing back to the original Transformers series.
Too, and that's right. You need to have it a little bit shorter.
Right.
To really go back to the old animated series. And at the panel, there was a guest surprise. The voice actor for Optimus Prime came there.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to say it. Peter Cullen is his name. And he's been doing Optimus Prime since the very beginning, all the way back.
He does it amazingly.
Yeah. So that was one that I'm glad that they had that on the panel, because I just saw him on IMDb, and I was worried that spoiled something.
Well, yeah, it was funny because he was in the crowd, and he came up to ask a question. And he asked, well, what can an Autobot do to get his own standalone movie?
Well, I mean, let's be real. Isn't every Transformers movie kind of a standalone Optimus movie, except for the last one where he was in maybe 20 minutes of it?
It was still standalone.
So, please make this a good movie. As a Transformers fan, I just want to have a movie to watch where I don't have to just keep watching the first one, from 2008 or whatever, 2007 on repeat, or going back to the animated series, which I feel like I know by heart now, that and Beast Wars. So we'll see how it goes.
And then the Halloween panel, there was a touching moment there.
Yeah.
They didn't release a new trailer or anything, but there was one survivor. An actual survivor that came up and thanked the cast for coming up with these movies, because apparently while he was involved in the home invasion, he was scared, and he thought back on what would Jamie Lee Curtis's character do in this situation, and he said that helped him survive. And Jamie Lee Curtis actually came out into the audience and had a moment with him, touched his face, gave him a hug, talked for a while. So that kind of heart-touching moment, I think, is what we need from our actors. Like, even though these are all fictional characters, there is a depth of looking up and role models that we expect from them.
Sure.
So,
can I play devil's advocate on that one?
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if the whole thing was staged by the guy, but it seems like an extreme situation.
People were in tears, and
here's the balloon
bad man.
Yeah, the balloon of hope, and I'm over here just popping that and spoiling the whole thing.
Bad man. No, I don't think it was staged. I think it was a heartfelt moment. But
could have been, yeah.
He's a cynic. Let him be.
I'm the guy in the back of the crowd rolling their eyes and everything, but who knows? Yeah.
And then let's get into some TV stuff. So we're gonna ramble through a lot of this pretty quickly, but we have our new Doctor Who trailer.
Yeah, can't do something like this without mentioning Doctor Who.
Yeah, I couldn't call myself a geek channel if I didn't mention Doctor Who. And she was all over the place in Comi-Con. Like she was taking pictures with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She had some interactions. They had a Lego set on her. She was the British invasion is true. She took over a little bit of Comic-Con for the day she was, but. Trailer came out for that. Series is going to be starting soon for her iteration, so look forward to that. And then we have a little news from Joss Whedon. We haven't heard from him since he kind of like bailed on Marvel. He throws a little jabs out there, but he kind of But he says, "Hey, I'm bringing Buffy back."
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to look for an African American female to play Buffy. Did not see that coming.
Change things up. I mean, sure. If they're gonna reboot it, I hope that it's kind of a totally different.
Just stay true. Stay true to who she is, the heart of the character, and then maybe not as many heads will explode. So let's face it. When it comes to fictional characters, a lot of us do not like change.
Yeah, which is kind of ridiculous because what you want to. These are the same people that get upset when they see the same thing over and over again, and then you tweak something small about a character, and then they just fly off the rails. Mm-hmm. We all have to learn to just sit back and see and judge it for when it comes out. Judge it and see if the story's any good, if the actors that are picked are any good.
Right now, there's no other information besides they're looking for an African American female. But moving on to Star Trek Discovery Season 2, a trailer released for that.
Yep.
So I guess CBS got its money's worth from the first season.
I guess so. I mean, at this point, I need to go in and look at what their lineup is on CBS All Access. But I feel like, is this the one thing that's like the main tentpole keeping everything together?
It might be. And with these streaming services, the other problem that we need to talk about is the fact that, and I think we should probably speak on another video, we're getting to the point where these streaming services are becoming more like channels instead of overall service. Yeah,
you're looking at, especially with something like Netflix, the more they add to their own properties, original content, they're starting to let other things go. They know that we don't need to keep these television series on here because that's Hulu's thing. We're seeing a lot of that. They're shedding a lot of third-party properties and movies, especially. So, I don't know. I'm still at the point where I haven't gotten to see really much of anything from Star Trek Discovery. So I think I'm just going to have to take one of these months.
He's waiting until he does a free week.
No, I'll go ahead. But
he'll do the free week and binge watch that whole thing. Done.
If I could do the whole thing, I don't even know how many episodes are in the first season. But yeah, chances are at this point I'm going to have that free week and maybe tack a month onto it. But I don't really see any reason why I'd be a continuing subscriber to CBS All Access.
I'm being selective with what I'm choosing, and since DC just took my last slot, I'm going to be very selective with what else I'm going to do.
Also, all of us in the United States have a reason to be bitter towards CBS because that Star Trek Discovery is available to anybody in the world on Netflix. But if you're in the United States, you have to pay an extra fee for CBS All Access.
That's fine.
So
just make a trip to Europe one day. Binge watch it there.
Get one of your buddies in Canada to give you their Netflix password.
Does it work that way? I don't even know if it works that way.
Oh, they could probably track you on your IP address.
You'd be like, nah, you in the States, you don't get this. So. All right, and then we also did get a Walking Dead trailer for the next season, and this is a little bit heartbreaking season because Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick, is his last season.
Yeah.
So
let's be honest. All of their last seasons should have been about 3 seasons ago. I was a diehard Walking Dead fan for years.
You're just gonna see Maggie take over. And that's kind of what the trailer was kind of showing.
Yeah.
Maggie might be taking more of a more lead role. Daryl, let's face it, is the heart of the show. Yeah. As long as you got him, people are gonna watch.
Which is great because that character does not exist in the comics. But maybe hopefully they. I
would love to be in the meeting room when they came up with Daryl. Be like, look, we need another character. Hey, I got it. Get this guy that uses nothing but a crossbow. Make him a redneck. I mean, as much of a redneck as possible.
Well, he had originally, Norman Reedus, I think, had originally tried out for the role of his Daryl's brother. Names escape me at the moment.
Yeah, because Merle.
Oh, tried out for Merle, and then they
I'm
liked
sorry,
him so much.
You're too likable. Can't be Merle.
Right. So, but we ended up getting Michael Rooker that blew his career up. Now he's everywhere. We used to be one of those guys where he was just that guy in the background of a scene, and he did that a lot.
Yes, they know he's in big movies.
Right, but I hope that they take this as a turning point for the series. Try and draw some of us fans back.
Honestly,
into it.
I think they need to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. Let this be the second to last season.
And I would say that, but if you saw, we both know the amount of money they threw at Norman Reedus to essentially become the new leading man on the show, even though he kind of already is.
In the lead. Yeah.
But, it sounds like they're going to keep trying to drag this thing out even further. So I don't know.
I just don't know how much more you're going to do. I mean, I know there's plenty more material in the comics, but I just don't know how much more you can really do.
Yeah.
But, all right. And then Voltron on Netflix is coming down to this last season.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit heartbreaking to me. This was a very enjoyable show on Netflix, one of the Netflix original. Maybe they're getting ready to make room for the She-Ra series. But this is the last season. It's premiering August 10th. So once you binge that, that's over. It's done. Finito.
So. But it looks great. I'm interested to see how they wrap things up, and I think this is a great example of that the '80s nostalgia. They brought it back in the right way.
Everything's nostalgia right now. That's if you want to make money in the entertainment business, throw nostalgia on it somewhere.
So we have one more item on the list, and this one just dropped last night, and it's something that I'm particularly excited about for all those. People, I think just about everybody nowadays has Amazon Prime. It's just whether or not you're taking advantage of the videos on there because it's kind of hit and miss. They do really well with a couple of the shows that they have, and they do really well, probably better than most of the streaming services with movies. But one of my favorite shows going on right now is Man in the High Castle, and we just got a confirmation and a trailer for season 3. We haven't seen anything, so. If you're a Man in the High Castle fan, season 1 and season 2, they both dropped in December. Mm-hmm. We were all expecting season 3 to drop last December. Here we are 10 months later, and they still haven't done anything. And then finally they let it out. But we have some good news because not only did we get an awesome trailer for season 3 of Man in the High Castle, but they also just went ahead and said, you know what, season 4 is coming too. We've already renewed it. So that gives me hope. That this, not that the other seasons had any problem with them, but that gives me hope that this next season was so promising that Amazon just went ahead.
That sounds kind of ballsy to me.
Yeah, well, especially considering I think
normally we go at least 3-4 episodes in before we say, all right, we're gonna have another season. You haven't even released it yet.
Well, another thing to consider too is this, like many other things, it drops all at one time. Mm-hmm. A lot of those traditional shows on network television. They're still writing the end of the season, much less, they haven't even started filming halfway through when the first episode drops at the beginning of the season. So I guess it makes sense. These executives have already seen the entire season, I'm sure. And my understanding is that this show, Man in the High Castle, is, I think, by and far the most expensive show that Amazon has going on just because of the amount of special effects.
I will not be surprised by that. It probably wouldn't have been if they picked up Halo like they were supposed to, but they didn't.
Yeah. Now we have to wait, and what was it, Showtime?
Showtime now, yep.
Another thing we got to pay for. So, I don't know. We'll wait and see how that goes.
$8 is not that big.
So
I got money for certain things, and that's it.
Right.
DC's helping my pocket a little bit with DC Universe. What y'all other companies doing to help me?
So, but
Amazon's raising their rate, so
right. it's still okay when you break it down monthly, but yeah, that what we say it was a 20% hike in 1 year.
20%, yeah.
That's a lot. But before I forget, I should point out, so Man in the High Castle season 3 drops December 5th. So that's where that 10 months was coming from that I spoke about just a second ago. Mm-hmm. So we got to wait. But when that comes out, I'm looking forward to see how it goes. We're really getting into the trippy stuff now with dimensional travel and whatnot. So yeah. Keep up with the channel. We'll keep you updated on anything else, I guess, that might come out today, although I think we're kind of wrapped up.
I think normally the last day of Comic-Con is a couple booths, no big events, because people are tired. Like, Comic-Con is draining. I wasn't even physically there, and I'm drained. But, yeah. It's
updating Twitter. See what's going to happen.
No, it is physically draining to be there every day. You get very lack of sleep. There's a lot of parties going on, late conventions, late panels. So Sundays normally they're recharge day. Like, all right, just check out the cool stuff, and then head on home because you gotta go to work on Monday.
And now we have New York Comic-Con to look forward to.
Yes,
and of course, stick around here. We'll keep you up to date.
Go ahead and place my bet. I think Marvel's gonna take New York Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
You gotta fight their way back up.
Yeah, I think they strategically did this. Like, all right, we want to chill.
Yeah.
We want to chill on this one. We'll hit him with the 1-2 in October.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Tell us what you think. Did we miss anything important? Did there's something that you want us to talk about? Please put down the comments down below. Put your own philosophies down. If you think we were just completely wrong and that movie is just not going to be as good as we think it is, let us know. All right. But other than that, thanks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and we'll chat within the first hour in the comment section. But other than that, Geek Philosophy, Geek Way of Thinking. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for stopping by Geek Philosophy. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, put your philosophies in the comments, and also hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of all future videos. Thanks for stopping by Geek Philosophy, the Geek Way of Thinking.